In sales, how do you know when you've hit a dry spell, and what do you do about it? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about dry spells. And what you have to know is every salesperson goes through this. At some point, you are going to hit a dry spell, statistically speaking, and it's going to give you a tough time for closing deals. So here's my solution, my sales tip, my sales advice, my sales strategy for getting past you struggling as a salesperson. So, depending upon what industry you're in, depending upon how many leads you run is really going to give you this number. You're going to have to reverse engineer some math. If I ran, on average, 10 sales calls in a week, and I did not close 3 of them, I would instantly go in and ask for sales training. I would call a friend, I would call a mentor, and I'd get back on board. So my belief is whatever 30% of your weekly load is where you need to be on board for asking for help or getting somebody to have a conversation with you. And not all the time is it face-to-face sales training. Not all the time is it strategies. Not all the time is it closing techniques. Sometimes it's just you got to talk to a friend that's got to say, hey, look, you know what? Everything is going to be okay. You're good at what you do, right? You got to know it happens to the best of salespeople. So it could be like at the very basic level right here. It's the conversation. The conversation is, hey, look, I believe in you. You're good in what you do. You're a fantastic salesperson. You're going to be okay, right? And sometimes we just need to hear that. The second step is going to be for you to watch some videos, for you to get some sales training. The third step is going to be for you to pay somebody or meet with a coach or meet with a mentor and do whatever you can to get past this process. Now, I will let you know after writing with salespeople pretty much every single day for the last 7 years, whatever is going on in your personal life has a huge effect and a multiplier when it comes to a sales process. So the loss of a boyfriend, wife, husband, girlfriend, car, house, something significant, a pet, will have the ability to set you off and cause you that problem where like, I'm struggling with the sales because you've lost your focus. So I remember a couple years back, one of my friends was getting a swimming pool put in his house, and because his swimming pool was taking up time and energy, he was focused on the pool and not on closing. He lost some of his closing rate. I had another friend that same year that bought a house. Well, it was a search, it was a hunt, and he wanted a lot of specific things, so all of his energy went to the house. So I've heard Tony Robbins say before, where focus goes, energy flows, right? Something along those lines. So you got to know that if you're struggling as a salesperson, the first thing you should be looking at is like, who can I talk to say that everything's going to be okay, right? You should have a sales buddy. Second thing is you should be looking at like, where is my energy going? Why am I struggling right now? Was it because I met with a client? Was it that treated me bad? Was it because I lost a deal? Was it because I lost something that was important to me in my life? And then pinpoint that. And then sometimes you're going to have to get a therapist. A good therapist, depending upon what city you're in, could be $100 an hour, could be $400 an hour. But I'm going to tell you this, the difference that you're going to make for the ability to close deals by paying a couple $100 and getting that monkey off your back fast does help you close sales. So there you go. How soon should you wait if you're struggling as a salesperson to get back on board, or if you feel like you're struggling? As fast as possible. Whatever 20 to 30% of your sales load is for that week is about what you should go before you start developing a whole bunch of bad habits. And I've seen salespeople do this. What they'll do is they will go out and they will they'll not close a deal, so they start pulling elements out of their sales presentation to speed up the sale, to get to the end faster so that they can close, but the buyer didn't have all the information, so the buyer says, I got to think about it. So the salesperson gets to the end and they offer massive discounts, and then the buyer goes, I'm kind of scared because something's wrong here, you're offering too much off, kind of freaking me out. So then they say no. So the salesperson goes to the next call, they remove a whole bunch of elements from their sales process, they give an even bigger discount to try to close the deal, and it freaks the buyer out even more. Right? This is why you got to believe in your product or service, and this is why you got to give a full sales presentation for the people that you meet with. So there you go. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that would be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last off, you can send it out to all your friends via Stumble and Paul on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.